What is up? What is up? What is up, PML family? It is your boy, is Nefarious, and I am here with another episode of Gold Rush for you. Last week we won our first game. We're 1-0. This week we got a dev story from Justice Reed. We need to get him one tackle for loss, a sack, forced fumble or interception, or we hold the Todd Gurley and the Atlanta Falcons to under 100 yards rushing. So we'll see how that works out. Hopefully we can get Justice Reed a dev story. I'm actually super surprised. I thought we were going to get a dev story for Caleb Farley and not somebody like Justice Reed. Caleb Farley had two pick sixes against the Raiders last week. So kind of surprised that it was him and not Caleb Farley, but we'll take a dev story when we get it. If we get him to star, that will make a defensive line that has at least a superstar in every position, because we have Javon Kinlaw, who's a star. We have Nick Bosa, who's a superstar X Factor, and then we have Eric Armstead, who's a superstar, and then we have Justice Reed right now, who's normal. So getting him to star would be great. We'll see how it works out. The game plan against the Atlanta Falcons, they're run heavy. We're going to try to focus on stopping a run. And also, they don't seem to have a great run defense. The defensive line specifically is very low on block shed, very low on pursuit, very weak defensive line. His linebackers, on the other hand, they could be a force in the run game because they have a ton of speed at linebacker. All are over 90 speed. So running outside and stuff like that could be tough. I think last year when we played them, it was pretty tough last season. So we'll see what happens in this game. We got a big addition in Isaiah Gathings, who ended up coming off injury. He is a speedster, 6'4", 232. We drafted him. I think he could be a big part of the offense if we get him involved. We're going to get him in there. We're going to make sure he's in the right spot. We're going to get him some snaps in this game. And here's the kickoff. The San Francisco 49ers 1-0 versus the 1-0 Atlanta Falcons, and we're hoping that we come out with a win and start 2-0 like we did last season, but we'll see what happens. He's going to get the ball first, as you can see. Runs a little RPO, and then he gives it to Max Borghi, finds some rushing yards with Max Borghi. He likes to mix in Max Borghi and Todd Gurley a fair amount, so we'll see how that works out. Still no tackle for loss or anything for Justice Reed. He's going to find his tight end on a drag route, a nice little route there. I remember I moved the linebacker actually outside on that route. I thought he would run a corner. It ended up being a drag, so a good play call by him. Then he's going to run a tight end post, and we kind of put a deep blue for our middle linebacker. Probably should have just called Tampa 2 because that took him a little too deep and gave him a window to throw into. Mikhail Cunningham last year wasn't really good. Had, I believe, either low 70s or mid 70s accuracy. Now he's in the low 80s, a little bit better than last year. Still not the greatest, but definitely a little better than last year. A little bit of a project. As you can see, he takes his offense downfield, gives them a 7-0 lead, so that's good for them. Our offense is on the field. We're going to run 2 straight plays, and he's playing really good defense, really good run defense so far. And then on this play, we have a tight window. It looks like it's going to get intercepted, but it doesn't. George Kittle makes a catch on the sideline. Great throw power from Davis Mills. That's kind of why we went with him. 93 throw power. He was able to fit it in that tight window. We're going to run it again, and we're not getting much yardage on the run. And then we're going to find George Kittle over the middle in a tight window once again. So Davis Mills hitting some tight windows with his throws so far. And the run game not really getting much. And on a field goal, we are going to miss wide left. That kind of might be big come later in the game. But right now it's 7-0. The Atlanta Falcons have the ball again. They're driving. Max Borghi gets a little flat route, gets some yardage there. He's going to drop back here, look over the middle. He's going to find his running back, but then he's going to get hit sticked for a fumble, and we're going to recover that fumble. So we got the ball back. It's still 7-0, so we got plenty of time to come back. We're looking deep to Trevon Grimes. He goes up and he gets that catch. What a great catch by Trevon Grimes, the 6'5" young wide receiver. The guy we're trying to build into Mike Evans. Makes a Mike Evans-esque play there and leads us to a touchdown on a little RPO to George Kittle. So it's 7-7 now. We got it all evened up. The Atlanta Falcons are dropping back, looking to throw over the middle. They find Calvin Ridley. Even though we read that, we just weren't fast enough to get there. So a nice little throw by Mikael Cunningham there, finding that tight window. And then he's going to run it with Todd Gurley. That's going to get stuffed. He's going to do a quick pitch to the outside. Not much room there for him. The 49ers defense playing well. We force a punt, and then we get the ball back. And we find a little bit of space with Ty Chandler to the outside. Then we get a first down run with the newcomer Duke Johnson. And then we find Isaiah Gathings. Like I said, we wanted to get him involved. We get him involved on that play. And then we find him on the screen, and he gains some yardage there. Another good gain from Isaiah Gathings. So Isaiah Gathings being a factor. And then we're going to find Mike Williams on a jet sweep. He's going to take it inside the 5. So we're at the 5 now. Third and goal. We try to run a screen, trying not to get too greedy, at least get some points out of this. So the screen doesn't work out, and then we get 3. So it's 10-7. Now it's the beginning of the second half, so we get the ball back. So we were able to score at the end of the half to make it 10-7, and then we get the ball back right away for the second half. So a little playing the clock a little bit, playing my situation. And I think that was a good call. Wish we could have got the touchdown, but unfortunately we did not. And then we got our offense back on the field. So maybe we could get the touchdown there and put some pressure. We're going to find George Kittle over the middle. And then we're going to drop back and find our rookie tight end, Jalen Widemeyer, on a seam route. And he's going to take it inside the 5. And then Ty Chandler is going to punch it in for the touchdown, making it 17-7. So we're in a good place here, 17-7. Todd Gurley finds a ton of running room up the middle. Really bad run defense there. And then Max Borghi's going to find some room to the outside on a quick pitch. And then he's going to drop back, find Julio Jones over the middle. A nice throw and catch there by the Mikael Cunningham-Julio Jones combo. Then he's going to find Max Borghi on a screen route. He's going to get a first down. So they're driving pretty well right now. Max Borghi's going to take it on a handoff. He's not going to get much there. On a 3rd and 6, we cover this pretty well, but somehow he cuts underneath all the coverage and makes the catch. That should have been a for sure interception. 100% covered there, and he still was able to get that. And then he punches it into the end zone with Ty Chandler with with Todd Gurley. That's what I was looking for. Todd Gurley punches it into the end zone with Todd Gurley, and then we get our offense back on the field. We're driving pretty well. We find Ty Chandler on the outside. He gets close to a first down. Ends up getting the first down. Now on a 3rd down play, we're looking at the running back, but unfortunately he's not there, and we get sacked. And unfortunately we weren't able to recover after that sack. We got to a 4th and 10, and we just pinned him down deep. Hopefully our defense comes up big. And so far, not so good. The first play, he gets a ton of yardage, but a great play by Nick Bosa on the next play. Gets him deep, and we force him to punt in his own end. And then we get the ball on their side of the 50, on the opposing side of the 50. So we're in a good spot here. We're looking around. Everybody's covered. We try to throw to Mike Williams, but it's intercepted by the rookie Ifeatu Malawanu, I believe it is. But he intercepts it, and he's tackled inside the 10. Tough play, tough decision. And he's able to get it down deep with Todd Gurley, and we go with a run stop, and Todd Gurley somehow reaches over the goal line to make it 21-17. On an RPO, the next play, we get hit stick by Deion Jordan, and it's going to be a fumble 6 for the Atlanta Falcons. Now this puts us down 28-17. We're going to try to drive down quick with under 6 minutes to go. George Kittle gets loose there. He gets us a ton of yardage. Then we run a little play action. We're looking. We find Ty Chandler out of the backfield. He gets us a first down. Then we're going to drop back here. We're looking around. We find Duke Johnson out of the backfield. He gets us another first down. So we're driving well. We hand it off to Ty Chandler here. He finds a lot of space, and then he reaches for the touchdown for us. So right now it's 28-23. We're trying to go for 2. Unfortunately, it gets stuffed. So it's 28-23 still. And then Todd Gurley is going to get the ball. We need to come up with a stop. We need to come up with a stop, and we need to get the ball back to hopefully, get back into this game. As you can see, Todd Gurley's driving pretty well. And then he's going to find Max Borghi on the screen on a 3rd and long. He gets close to the first down. Going to put him in field goal range. So that's what sucks here. He gets at least in field goal range. So he goes up 8 instead of being up just 5. And now we get our offense back on the field. Looking around, we're going to find Duke Johnson underneath. He's going to get us about 10 yards. And then we're going to drop back once again. Find George Kittle underneath. He's going to get us about 10 to 12 yards once again. We're close to midfield. Now we're going to try to take a shot here. It looks like everything's covered. We take it anyway, and it's going to be picked off. And that's pretty much going to do it. We're going to get a loss here. So now we move to 1-1 after a tough battle. We controlled the game. We just didn't control the takeaways. The takeaways were the big key part of that. So unfortunately, we come out with a loss. Justice Reed did not get his depth story. The offensive coordinator was not happy with the game plan. Neither was the defensive coordinator, as we did not plan well enough for Todd Gurley and also Deion Jones on defense. But it is what it is. We come out with a loss. We're now 1-1. We move on to next week. Hopefully, we come out with a win next week against the New Orleans Saints. But that's gonna do it for me in this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. My name is Nefarious, and I am out of here.